everybody. So I'm headed to a doctor's appointment. I have been feeling like really bad these past couple of days. But I'm here. So that's all that matters. But I just want to, like, really quick, there's a couple of topics I wanted to talk about. I made a video in the shower like a week or so ago. It was like around the time the BET Awards came on, and I might post a video. You can't see me because I have the video like facing the wall, but it's the water in the background. I feel like kind of muffles my speech, so I was like, I might not post this because then I would have to do a lot of editing of the water, like lowering the sound of the water, elevating the sound of my voice, and that's just too much. But basically in that video, just to sum it all up, I was stating that, people like were getting all upset about Sexyy Red and other artists up there, I guess, who they deem as ratchet or they deem as an embarrassment. I don't know if that's the right word to use. And I'm like, why does it matter? Why, when one black person does something, it speaks for the whole race? Sexyy Red don't speak for me, and I don't speak for Sexyy Red. Like, what Sexyy Red choose to do with her body and how she choose to express herself, that's on her. She has to live with them consequences, not me. And if somebody looks at me and say, oh, because Sexyy Red do this, I'm gonna treat you like this, then that's that person's fault, not mine. Like, why do we care how other people view us? Because whether a Sexyy Red existed or not, they still are going to view us the same way. And like, people, like black women always like to scream, oh, we're not monolithic, we're not all monolithic, blah, 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 blah. But then when one black person, especially a woman, does something, all the black women get in an uproar. Like, you're making black women look bad. You're making black women look bad. No, she doesn't. She is doing what she wants to do. That has nothing to do with me. Now, whether if I support her or not, then that's on me. But what she chooses to do is on her. Like, and if you don't like it, why watch it? I haven't watched the BET Awards since Beyonce was on there, and I think Beyonce was on there. I remember, I think it was like that Crazy in Love song or something. One of the songs where she did a tap dance for Terrence Howard. I think she was on the BET Awards. But that's the last time I remember, if that was the BET Awards, watching the BET Awards. And if that wasn't the BET Awards, then I don't remember the last time I seen the BET Awards, to be honest with you. Because that just does not, I don't really watch any awards. I think I might have back in the day, like the Soul Train Awards. Yes, I was born in the 80s. I don't care about dating myself. Age to me is just nothing but a number. Like, I could be 65 and feel like I'm 25, and then a 25-year-old could feel like she's 65. So age is just nothing but a number to me. I don't care about people knowing my age. But yeah, Soul Train Awards, I think it was the last award show I remember watching. And the Nickelodeon Awards, I like the Nickelodeon Awards. See, that's when I was younger, I watched the awards. As an adult, I don't care about no award show. I mean, now if an artist was on there like that, I was getting an award and performing, I'll probably watch that. I think I watched the MTV Awards back in the day too. I'm trying to think of all the award shows I watched. But I feel like those award shows gave us like entertainment. Like, the performances were the bomb. The host was funny. Now these award shows, the host is cringy, and like, they doing all of these weird TikTok challenges, and I'm like, you're a host of a major award show. Why are you doing a TikTok challenge? Because you're trying to appease to that crowd, and maybe I'm just not that crowd, and I'm okay with that. But all I'm trying to say is, stop getting in an uproar. If Sexyy Red wanna twerk on her hospital bed after she have her baby, let her twerk on a hospital bed after she have her baby. That's her life. I don't care I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And if somebody wants to judge me based off of her and what she does, that's their loss, not mine. And I don't need to be around that person. So that's what I want to say is stop putting us, black women, stop putting yourself in a box. If you don't identify with Sexyy Red, then you don't identify. If you do, you do. There's no right or wrong in that equation. There is none right or wrong in that equation. And the only person that's going to change people's mind is you. When a person meets you, and if you have a bad attitude and it's disrespectful and just ghetto as the definition of ratchet and ghetto as you feel like it is, then regardless of if a Sexyy Red existed or not, they're still going to view you the same way. But now if you come and you meet somebody and you're articulate, you are nice, you're using your manners, you are presenting yourself in a respectable manner, then they're going to think about you however they want to think about you, regardless of if the Sexyy Red or not existed. So that was one topic I just briefly wanted to go over, is be you and let them be them and be happy either way, because it's not going to affect you. Or if you feel like it does, then maybe you need to check how you present yourself to people. Like if people come up to you and treat you like a Sexyy Red, or you feel like that men will treat you as because of a Sexyy Red, how she presents herself to the world. If you feel like a man is going to treat you a certain way based on that, then you need to check how you present yourself to the world. Because I've been around this world a very long time, and I have never been disrespected. And I came up with the Little Kims, the Foxy Browns, the Adina Howards, the Kayas. I grew up in that time period, and those girls were just as ratchet. And not ratchet, but their music was just as ratchet as you feel like the Sexyy Red music was. Little Kim talking about taking it in a butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, just learn how to, if you want to improve, start with your environment first. Start with your home. Start with your family. Start with your community. Start with improving that first. And then maybe the rest of the world would follow. But that was just my little 2 cents on that. Now, next topic. So, I was just like, because I have not been feeling well, I have been just watching YouTube. I watch YouTube anyway. I'm not going to even like front like this is something that I do only when I don't feel well. I watch YouTube all the time. And I've been just like, y'all know, if y'all don't know, y'all gonna know. I love ratchet TV. I love watching ratchet TV, and that's what I like calling it, because I mean, you want to call it low vibrational TV, it's all mean the same thing. I like watching stuff like that. And it's a couple of YouTubers that I really, really enjoy watching. And I just have some comments on it. Like, I'm not a gossip channel, and I said that before. I don't want to be a gossip channel. I don't want to be all up in other people's business and then give commentary on their business, because at the end of the day, it's their business. But I'm like, if they're putting their business out there for people to speak on, then I'm going to at least put my little 2 cents in every now and again. So every now and again, I'll drop my little 2 cents in on people that I watch and shows that I watch. But for the most part, that's not what I'm about. I keep my opinions to myself for the most part. But since I've been on this, like, watching YouTube videos lately, I want to talk about, and I don't know, why do y'all call her Miss Netta if she doesn't identify as a woman? See, I'm saying her because y'all call her Miss Netta. If his name is Joe, why not just call him Joe? Mr. Joe, Mr. Netta. Why is it Mrs. Netta if he does not identify as a woman? Like, I feel like you should change your name, Joe. I feel like, and Joe and Charles are just a bunch of country people. That's it. A bunch of country people. She came out with a video, and I don't watch them, honestly. I don't. I watch other people who react to them and react to the things that they say, and that's how I know what's going on. But I have never once clicked, and if I have clicked on their channel, it was definitely by accident. It wasn't like something I did by choice, and it's not like anything is wrong with them. That's just not my type of entertainment, and I don't know what entertainment it is, but like, I don't know. I didn't watch them, so I can't say anything negative or positive about them, because I never really watched them until now that they're saying crazy stuff and like blogs was talking about them. So the last thing that they did was, hold on. All right, sorry y'all. So I was talking about Joe and Charles, and what my honest opinion about them is, Joe needs to come out as Joe. Scrap the Miss Netta. Scrap Miss Netta. Come out as Joe and Charles. I know people would love to see a gay couple on TV or on YouTube or on the internet show their life. I'm pretty sure he would get more subscribers and more authentic people watching him if he was to just come out as Joe, and it'd be the Joe and Charles show. Why can't you come out as a fly man? You know what I'm saying? Because you're not ugly, you're not, but it's the fact that you are trying to portray yourself as a woman is where you're being judged at by real women. And you would too if you had, I don't know, maybe not, but if you knew if a woman came out with a woman partner, like it was a lesbian couple, and one of the lesbians dressed up and portrayed herself as a man, the attire, the talk, the demeanor, the swag, everything was as a man, I'm pretty sure real men will judge her and be like, she don't look like no man, she don't got a beard, or look at her little whatever. Like they would speak about her because she's trying to portray something that obviously she's not in that realm to be. But Joe, if you came out as a man, a real man, and you know, presented yourself as a man opposed to a woman, I feel like you would blow up. You would be more famous. You would get the attention that you really need. I do. I feel like you would. Come out fly. Come out. If you want to come out with your fake Gucci, and as a man, do that. Because people going to, you know, that'll probably be funny to some people. But come out, step out fly. Come with a nice suit. Come with your hair done. Come with, like, some nice glasses. I can just see you right now. I'm envisioning you. Because when I see you, and this is no shade at all or no like dig, I see Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe is a handsome man. So if you could present yourself as that, like big, muscular, like wear nice clothes that just fits on your body, like Shannon Sharpe, his clothes just fits him. It doesn't look like he fits his clothes fits him. They just drape on him, just like so. Whew, he's just so handsome to me. Like, I love me a handsome man that can dress nice. He looks like he smell good. Talk about Shannon Sharpe again. He looks like he smell good, and you know what I'm saying? He looks like he presents himself very well. Looks like he takes care of himself. He just looks good. And if you could come out like that, you will get more authentic followers, because it's not a lot of black gay couples shows. And now if there is, I don't know, because like I said, I don't watch if there is, but I don't think I've ever seen two black couples have like a reality, like a lifestyle show, like showing the day in the life of Joe and Charles. You know what I'm saying? Come out as Joe and present yourself fly, because you can, whether you dread up your hair or cut it. Come out fly. I bet you nobody would not be able to say anything. Of course, you're gonna have your haters and your naysayers in the back, like, oh, now she want to be a man, or now he want to be a man. Like, boo, I was born a man. So I'm just presenting you to who I was already. You could be a gay man and still get the same respect. Joe, just think about it. I mean, you probably will never see this video, or this video will never make your timeline. But if it does, think about it. Come out as you. Come out as Joe and Charles. And if Charles don't want to be with you, let him go and be confused and be with somebody else who want to deal with him. But if you just come out as Joe by yourself and not as Charles, I guarantee you come out with your authentic self, you will find you a man, and you might find you a nice, rich one too, because you're showing up as your authentic self. But that was that on Joe and Charles. Now, my next YouTuber that I like is Royalty. She was with another YouTuber called CJ So Cool, and back in the day when they first came out, I used to watch them all the time. Like, I absolutely loved their show. Every time they had a video came out, and he did most of his videos, like, he was the one posting, and it's so funny because now it's reversed, but CJ was the one posting all the time. Fat Family vlogs and shopping sprees, box opening time. Like, I remember all that. And I remember at work, I spoke to somebody that was from Gary, Indiana, and I was like, hey, do you watch CJ So Cool? And he was like, oh my God, like, oh, that nigga. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah. He's like, no. He said, I don't watch him. He said, my kids did, but they don't even watch him no more, or blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, my kids don't really watch him either, but I do. As a grown woman, I do. And he was like, why? Why would you watch him? What about him appeals to you? And I was like, it's just the fact that he made it. Like, I love a good come-up story. And he came up. He came from nothing. He came from a mother who didn't care for him. I don't know his grandmother. I think that relationship is kind of, and this is just me based on what I see, but I think that relationship is kind of, it's something there. If something happened with him and his grandmother that he is not speaking about, it might come out later, it might not, but it's something there. Whereas that lady did something to that boy that made him feel unprotected, and made him feel like he needed women. He needed to prey on women. It's something there that she did. But hey, that's neither here nor there. He never talked about it. I'm not, who am I to make up something? I just feel like there's something there. But, yeah. So, I was just saying, I love a good come up story. And he came from nothing and made himself into something. And I admire that. Like, I love when our people go against all the odds that were put against us. But where I feel like he messed up at, when Royalty left him, instead of him getting help for the things that were plaguing him, his demons, he let his demons lash out on the one person who really loved him. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what your mama say. I don't care what your daddy say. Royalty loved that man, and that man loved Royalty, and that man knew Royalty loved him, and that man could not let his demons go for 1 second to get help. And that's what saddens me, because it's like I see the success in him as well as in Royalty, but because you chose to basically spit, take a big dump, disrespect the people that helped you get where you got, I have no respect for you. I have none. Now, when him and Royalty separated, if he came out and was like, you know, we went our separate ways, because I really feel like if he did all he did, Royalty will still collab with him to this day. Because she doesn't look like a person that, like, hold grudges in a sense where she's an Aquarius, I think. She doesn't look like she holds grudges to the fact, like, if CJ, when they separated, if he went and got help, sought help, like went and got counseling, went and saw a psychologist, and went and really did the work to heal himself, him and Royalty would be back together today, and they would be married, and he would be happy. But he chose to troll her, and he chose to treat her like his mama treated him, basically. And that was a no-go. He tried to hurt her to her core by taking her children away from her, or speaking against her children, because any real man know, a real mother, the way you get to me is through my children. And that's what he tried to do. He tried to get to her through her children, and that wasn't fair. It wasn't fair at all. So, and he another one who needs to do some soul searching. He needs to let go of his grandmother and his girlfriend, because it's so embarrassing. It's just embarrassing, the life that he has right now, knowing from a person who supported and followed when he had it all, to see where he is now and the person he is with now. It's like, sir, you are embarrassing yourself. And it just reminds me of these people who are embarrassing themselves just to keep the check coming. And I feel like that's what he's doing. That's another YouTuber, Peach McIntyre. I ain't gonna say much about her, but this is the first and last time I probably mention her. But I feel like she's like those YouTubers, like, well, I don't have any other talent, so let me just embarrass myself for talent. Because, you know, I can have people laughing at me opposed to laughing with me. I'd rather have people laughing at me than not laughing at me at all, and I don't get no money. And I feel like that's where he is at this point. Like, well, I'd rather have people laughing at me, keep my views going, opposed to people not laughing at me and then nobody watching me. Because, and okay, I'm mentioning her one more time. The only why people watching her is basically to laugh at her. But if you like being the butt of the joke, hey, I guess that's what comedians get paid for being the butt of the joke, I guess. So maybe they're like real life comedians, opposed to being like their life is the comedy, is the show, opposed to them actually telling a story. Their life is the story that is the comedy of the show. I guess that's, I don't know. But I just want him to go back to being CJ So Cool. Like, I feel like he really needs to make a video, and he needs to apologize to Royalty and her children. Like, honestly, sincerely apologize, not with his grandmother in the background. Oh yeah, I was said about her. Okay, one thing about his girlfriend. I call him his grandmother because that lady looks so old. She cannot be in her 20s. And if she's in her 20s, I know they say black don't crack, but I have seen some white ladies, Italian or whatever she is, or whatever her race, ethnicity, whatever, in their 20s and they look in their 20s. She does not look like she's in her 20s. I'm sorry, she does not. She looks like if she's not in her 40s, she's late 30s, maybe 38, 36. But she does not look like she's in her 20s. Like, she does not. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, you really fell off. And even if he would have got with Nike, and not bash Royalty in the process, I would have been okay with that. Right? Nike to me is not ugly. She is not ugly at all. Her attitude and the way that she is presenting herself to the world right now, because she's jealous of royalty, and I say that wholeheartedly. She is really jealous of that lady. It makes her ugly, because it's like, girl, you got a whole clown suit on and you don't even know it. But if CJ just comes out and apologizes, and just him in a video, and whether he cry, don't cry, apologize and give credit where credit is due, and leave the people that's everybody who has talked bad about her, he basically not condemn them, because he still has to live with them, but basically don't condone them talking bad about her, then I can respect him again. And I feel like then he can go back and be his authentic self. He doesn't have to go back to royalty. He can get him another girlfriend, somebody who really cares for him and who loves him. That chick don't care for him or love him, because every time they break up, she runs to the internet. Now, whether that's staged or not, she runs to the internet. So basically, she's the nanny and the cook, and she knows it, and she's okay with it. But see, talk about them makes I'm about to fall asleep. All right, so I was getting a phone call. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, those people, when I talk about them, makes me sleepy. Like, I was getting sleepy talking about them, because they're boring to me. Like, now they are boring to me. CJ So Cool was like a guilty pleasure of mine, and they were fun. Now it's just like, who, what, when, where, why, and who did it, and why did they do it, and tell them don't do it again. Okay? All right. And I think that was all I had. I think of something else, I come back. But I'm starting to feel nauseous again. I guess I'm talking too much. I feel like I want to throw up. So I'm just going to end this video here. If I feel better after my appointment, I will make another video, because I do have something else I want to talk about, but I'm not feeling well. I just can't think of it at this moment. But I'll be back, maybe. Bye, y'all. I just want to say this real quick. I just got to my doctor's appointment, and it was raining like cats and dogs headed here. And so my hair, of course, is out. It's natural. You know, I don't get a perm or anything. I get a silk press. And I tried to do these flexi rides, curls last night, and it came out better, because this was my second set. These curls came out better than my first set, but it's still not perfect. But it started raining, so I was like, oh Lord, my hair is gonna drop. I got me a parking space right in front of the building. Like, if you can, I can't turn around, but if you can see, like, I'm right here in front of the building. Look, right here. It's perfect. God, see, it's the little things that make me happy. That's how I know God loves me. But enjoy the rest of your day, y'all. I'm about to go in and deal with me. Bye, y'all.